The FBI issued urgent warnings about criminals using artificial intelligence to target seniors, and what they're doing will shock you. If you're over 60 and own a smartphone, tablet, or computer, you're in their crosshairs. These aren't the old-school phone scams your parents warned you about. These are sophisticated, AI-powered schemes designed specifically to empty your bank accounts, steal your retirement savings, and destroy your financial security in ways you've never seen before. In 2025, seniors lost over $3.4 billion to technology scams. That's an 11% increase from last year. But here's what the FBI isn't telling you. 99% of seniors have no idea how these new scams work, and by the time they figure it out, their life savings are already gone. One woman in Lancaster County just lost $500,000 in 30 minutes. Another senior in South Carolina was convinced to hand over gold bars to strangers at his front door, all because he believed his computer was hacked. In this video, we're exposing the 7 most dangerous technology scams targeting seniors right now, ranked from sneaky to absolutely devastating. Each one is backed by fresh FBI warnings and real cases happening this year. Stick around until the end because scam number 1 has cost Americans over $1 billion since 2024, and it's so convincing that even cybersecurity experts are falling for it. But before we begin, quick question. Have you ever received a suspicious text, email, or phone call about your computer or accounts? Drop yes or no in the comments. We're reading and replying to every single one. Now, let's dive into the scams that could save your financial future. Starting at number 7, we have a scam so new that most seniors don't even know it exists. Fraudulent QR code packages. The FBI is warning about criminals sending unsolicited packages containing QR codes that prompt recipients to provide personal and financial information or unwittingly download malicious software. Here's how it works. You get a package at your front door with no return address. Inside, there's a simple note saying, "Scan this code to claim your free gift," or "Scan to confirm delivery." The package looks official. Maybe it even has a fake Amazon or UPS logo. But the moment you scan that code with your phone, you've opened the door to disaster. The QR code could take you to a malicious website where scammers steal your banking information, install malware on your phone, or send you to a fake payment portal where they can access your credit card accounts. What makes this particularly dangerous for seniors is how innocent it seems. You think you're just checking on a package, but you're actually handing cyber criminals the keys to your digital life. A study from cybersecurity platform KeepNet Labs found that 26% of all malicious links are now sent via QR code, and seniors are the primary target because they're less likely to question unexpected packages. To protect yourself, never scan QR codes from unknown packages. If you receive an unexpected package, call the supposed shipping company directly using a number you look up yourself, not one provided on the package. And remember, legitimate companies like Amazon will never ask you to scan a random QR code to resolve a delivery issue. Number 6 is the classic that's gotten a dangerous upgrade: fake tech support scams. Tech support fraud was the number 1 crime type impacting seniors over 60, with nearly 18,000 complaints and almost $600 million in reported losses in 2023. But here's what's changed in 2025. The pop-ups now look absolutely identical to real Microsoft or Apple security warnings. They use official logos, accurate error messages, and even mimic the exact fonts and colors of legitimate alerts. When the fake warning appears on your screen claiming your computer has been infected with a virus, it provides a phone number to call for immediate assistance. The moment you call, a scammer posing as tech support will ask you to download a program that gives them remote access to your computer. Once they're in, they can see everything: your banking passwords, your email accounts, your tax documents, and every personal file on your device. What makes this particularly insidious is how helpful these scammers sound. They'll spend hours fixing your computer, showing you fake virus scans, and pretending to clean up problems that don't exist. Then comes the bill. Anywhere from $300 to $3,000 for premium security software or advanced virus removal. Remember this crucial fact. Real Microsoft, Apple, or antivirus companies will never call you or show pop-ups with phone numbers. If you see a tech support warning on your screen with a phone number, it's always a scam. Always. Close the browser window immediately and run a scan with your actual antivirus software. At number 5, we have something that sounds like science fiction, but is happening right now. AI-powered social media targeting. Scammers are using artificial intelligence to analyze your Facebook posts, looking for specific interests and hobbies, then sending personalized messages that seem incredibly authentic. Here's a real example. You post photos of your classic car collection on Facebook. Within days, you receive an email saying, "That Corvette you ordered last month is ready for pickup. Just $500 for delivery." You don't remember ordering anything, but the message is so specific and mentions your exact hobby that you start to doubt yourself. Pete Nicoletti, Chief Information Security Officer at Check Point, explained that criminals are using AI to scan social media profiles for personal interests and life milestones, then generating messages that seem personalized and legitimate. The scam works because it preys on memory concerns that many seniors experience. When you get a message about something you're genuinely interested in, you might think, maybe I was forgetful, or maybe my spouse ordered this for me. But it's all fabricated by artificial intelligence designed to separate you from your money. The AI can also analyze your posting patterns to determine the best time to contact you, what type of language appeals to you, and even which family members or friends to impersonate in fake messages. To protect yourself, be skeptical of any unexpected messages about purchases you don't clearly remember making. Create a family rule where any large purchases or deliveries are discussed with a spouse or trusted family member before payment, and consider limiting what personal information you share on social media. Criminals are watching and learning. Number 4 might catch you at the worst possible moment: fraudulent QR codes on parking meters. Scammers are physically placing fake QR codes over legitimate ones on parking meters across major cities, including New York, where the Department of Transportation issued warnings about illegitimate payment links. Picture this. You're running late for a doctor's appointment. You park, grab your phone, and quickly scan the QR code on the meter to pay. But instead of paying the city, you've just sent your credit card information directly to criminals. You might even receive a fake confirmation, so you walk away thinking everything's fine. Meanwhile, scammers now have your payment details and are using them to make unauthorized purchases. What makes this scam particularly effective is the time pressure. When you're hurrying to an appointment or worried about getting a parking ticket, you're not carefully examining the QR code for signs of tampering. The criminals rely on urgency to do the rest, said Gaurav Sharma, a professor in the Department of Electrical and Computer Engineering at the University of Rochester. Before scanning any QR code on a parking meter, take a close look. Does it appear to be a sticker placed over another code? Are the edges lifting? Does it look different from other meters nearby? If anything seems off, pay using the meter's built-in payment options or find a different parking spot. And here's a pro tip. Many cities now offer official parking apps. Download and set up your city's official parking app at home, so you never have to rely on potentially compromised QR codes when you're in a hurry. At number 3, we enter truly frightening territory: AI voice cloning scams. These scams use artificial intelligence to create an exact replica of your loved one's voice, making the traditional grandparent scam nearly impossible to detect. Here's how terrifying this has become. Scammers only need a few seconds of audio from social media, public videos, or even voicemail greetings to create a convincing clone of someone's voice using free or inexpensive AI tools. They find videos of your grandchildren on Facebook or TikTok, extract their voice, and then call you pretending to be them in an emergency. In one recent case, a Canadian grandmother received a call from what sounded exactly like her grandson saying, "Hi, Grandma. Yeah, I got in trouble here. The police say they need some money to release me, or they're going to keep me in jail. The voice was so convincing that she was ready to send thousands of dollars before a bank employee stopped the transaction. Over 845,000 imposter scams were reported in the US in 2024, and voice cloning is making these scams exponentially more dangerous. Older people who might not be familiar with AI technology are particularly susceptible when the caller sounds identical to a loved one. The emotional manipulation is devastating. When you hear your grandchild's voice crying and begging for help, every grandparent instinct kicks in. You want to help immediately, and that's exactly what the scammers count on. Protection strategy. Establish a family code word or phrase that only your real family members know. If someone calls claiming to be a relative in trouble, ask them the code word before discussing any money. Real emergencies can wait 2 minutes for verification. And remember, if your loved one was truly in legal trouble, they would call from jail using the official jail phone system, which always announces that it's a call from a correctional facility. Number 2 is what the FBI calls the phantom hacker scam, and it's absolutely devastating. This scam has cost Americans over $1 billion since 2024, and it operates in 3 carefully orchestrated phases designed to drain your entire financial portfolio. Phase 1 starts with a fake tech support call or computer pop-up warning you about malware. The scammer convinces you to download software that gives them remote access to your computer. While pretending to fix the problem, they actually install real malware and show you fake screens indicating your financial accounts have been compromised by foreign hackers. Phase 2 is where it gets truly sinister. Hours later, you receive a call from someone claiming to be from your bank's fraud department. But here's the twist. It's believed these calls are routed by the initial scammers to other scammers who are in on the scheme. The bank representative confirms the hack and urgently tells you that your money needs to be moved to a safe federal account for protection. Phase 3 involves a call from someone impersonating a U.S. government official, maybe the Federal Reserve or the Treasury Department. To legitimize the scam, they may send follow-up letters using what appears to be official government letterhead. This official instructs you to liquidate your assets and convert them to cash, gold, or cryptocurrency to keep them safe. Victims often suffer the loss of entire banking, savings, retirement, or investment accounts under the guise of protecting their assets. One woman in Lancaster County lost $500,000. Seniors in South Carolina have been convinced to purchase gold bars and hand them over to couriers who come to their homes. What makes this scam so effective is its sophistication. It's not one phone call. It's a weeks-long operation with multiple officials all confirming the same story. Each phase builds credibility for the next, creating a web of lies that seems completely legitimate. Remember, no legitimate government agency will ever ask you to move your money to protect it. The Federal Reserve, Treasury Department, and legitimate banks will never send couriers to collect cash or gold from your home. If anyone asks you to liquidate assets for safety, it's always a scam. And now, the #1 most dangerous scam targeting seniors in 2025, the advanced tech support scheme that ends with criminals collecting gold bars at your front door. The FBI is investigating numerous cases where scammers are contacting elderly Americans and instructing them to liquidate cash and purchase gold bars to be picked up by couriers, all to resolve what are determined to be non-existent issues with devices and financial accounts. This isn't your typical tech support scam. These schemes are multi-layered and may last several weeks to months until victims realize they are being scammed. Here's how it unfolds. It starts with a convincing computer warning or phone call about a security breach. The scammer gains remote access to your computer and shows you fabricated evidence that your financial accounts have been hacked by foreign criminals. They then connect you to fake bank representatives and government officials, each confirming the story and adding urgency. But here's where it gets truly devastating. Instead of asking for wire transfers or gift cards like traditional scams, They convince you that the only way to protect your money is to convert it to gold bars. Scammers provide victims with passcodes to give during pickups with couriers and send fake documents on what appears to be U.S. government letterhead to further legitimize the scam. According to the FBI's Internet Crime Complaint Center, South Carolina seniors alone reported losses of more than $9 million to tech support scams from January through November. Victims have emptied their retirement accounts, mortgaged their homes, and borrowed from family members, all to buy gold bars for criminals who show up at their door. The psychological manipulation is extraordinary. By the time you're handing over gold bars to a stranger, you've been conditioned through weeks of official contact to believe you're protecting your life savings from foreign criminals. The irony is heartbreaking. You're trying to save your money by giving it away to the very criminals you think you're protecting it from. The ultimate protection? Understand that no legitimate tech company, bank, or government agency will ever ask you to buy gold bars for any reason. Not to protect your accounts, not to catch criminals, not to secure your identity. Never. If anyone suggests converting your assets to gold bars, hang up immediately and contact local law enforcement. There you have it. 7 technology scams that could destroy your financial security and peace of mind. But knowledge is your strongest defense. These criminals count on confusion, fear, and urgency to succeed. When you know what to look for, their power disappears. Remember the golden rules. Slow down when anyone creates urgency around your money or accounts. Verify independently by calling companies using numbers you find yourself, not numbers provided by unexpected callers. Trust your instincts. If something feels wrong, it probably is. And never, ever move money to protect it. Which of these scams surprised you the most? Have you or someone you know encountered any of these schemes? Here are some final statistics. Seniors reported losing over $3.4 billion to fraud in 2023, with the average victim losing $33,915. Tech support scams alone generated nearly 18,000 complaints and almost $600 million in losses among seniors. The phantom hacker scam has cost Americans over $1 billion since 2024. Remember, if you suspect you're a victim of any of these scams, immediately contact local law enforcement and report it to the FBI's Internet Crime Complaint Center at ic3.gov. For seniors who need assistance, call the DOJ Elder Justice Hotline at 1-833-FRAUD-11. Share your experience in the comments below. Your story could help protect another senior from becoming a victim. If you found this information valuable, hit that like button and subscribe for more senior-focused safety content. Turn on notifications because scammers evolve constantly, and we'll keep you updated on the latest threats and protection strategies. And remember, it's not about being paranoid, it's about being prepared. Your financial security is worth 2 minutes of verification. Don't let criminals steal what you've spent a lifetime building. Share this video with every senior you care about. Together, we can make these scams less profitable and protect our community. Thanks for watching and stay safe out there.